So, dear Pisces, welcome to your September reading. Now, if this looks odd, it's because I started your reading with a camera that I've borrowed from a friend. Brilliant camera. And in the middle of your reading, the camera informed me that memory is full and I had to stop. But because the message was coming together really nicely and I knew that some of you wanted and needed to hear this, I just kept the cards on the table. I've decided not to shuffle again because this is a strong message and I don't want to interfere with it. That is why you can see the cards straight on. And I'm going to summarize. The good thing is, I'm saving you some time. Because now I already have an idea about what the cards are trying to tell us. And this, for you, dear Pisces, is most likely a professional / career / business / very important life purpose reading. One more thing. If you stay to the very end, you get the chance to win a free reading. So, I'll tell you the criteria a bit later. Please remind me to do so. I'm kidding. I was just trying to talk to myself, remind myself. I can't forget it, you know why? And what made me want to offer a free reading is the fact that you have been so supportive and so nice to me last month. You, Gemini and Virgo, were the top viewers. And I truly appreciate it that you came here on big numbers, large numbers. Many of you also liked my video, and probably that's why we are actually shifting the subject this month. I believe whatever happened last month and the month before was clear enough for you, and this month we are focusing on other areas of your life. As we are going through the year, and here you have the wheel of the year, it seems that you are going to receive advice on several areas from me. And this time in September, for you, it is all about financial and material stability, security, very important, long-term plans. The Emperor, in this case, it represents you. You're looking at this project or initiative that has the chance to bring you a huge amount of money or some serious success and stability. Now, obviously, because I'm reading for quite a large number of people, it is a general reading. If you have a question about your private life, personal life, you have to book a personal reading with me. But generally speaking, Pisces have completed the tasks they had in August. They were quite a bunch of them. And the way they went about finishing this, completing these tasks, was step by step, one by one. This guy took each of these ones and processed it separately. Some of them were sort of like routine tasks. But if I think of the previous readings from July and August for you, I had a clear feeling that some of you are getting engaged or starting to plan the wedding. In which case, this 10 of Wands shows all those million activities, from calling everybody, planning the invitations, the location, and so on. So this type of activity, one by one, huge to-do list, but you're on top of them. You completed them. Everything you had to do in August. This card was a clarifier. I'm going to explain to you. This was the original spread. Up to here, everything else is clarifiers, yeah? So the original spread said, you're tired after you've done so much in August and July probably, and you feel slightly disappointed that but that you didn't get the help that you were hoping to get to complete these tasks. The Four of Cups in this case shows tiredness and disappointment. This is how I read it for you, dear Pisces. And the need to catch a breath and catch your soul and look after your emotional needs. But you're challenged by the fact that people keep calling you into action with the Page of Wands. That's a new call to action. So instead of having a moment for yourself, well, slightly bitter one, I would say, the kind of moment in which you grab your pet or your fluffy pillow and crouch in bed with your favorite movie, trying to remove the bad taste out of your mouth by doing something that at least in part responds to your emotional needs. So instead of being able to do that, new tasks, new things to do come your way. Now, after I've seen this spread, I'm leaving the Wheel of the Year aside as a potential outcome. Because this spread, these two cards talk about what happened in the past. This talks about current inconveniences. But the Wheel of the Year doesn't fit in the picture. Neither does the Ace of Swords. So I asked for clarifiers. What was this Ace of Swords about? And this popped up. The opportunity, the golden coin. This coin, represented in the Ace of Pentacles, is the biggest. In all the cards, you will not find in the whole deck a bigger coin than this one from the Ace of Pentacles. That's why I say it's major to you. What happens in September, it's a major endeavor. Comes your way, you're looking at it, you want to build your empire on it. These two come together. These two are together. Now, very interesting that you have two kings and in between you have a high priest. The high priest stands for systems, whichever systems, with deep roots. Could be a big company or any other type of system. But it's a very solid temple here, and the high priest is the law of the place. the knowledge and the wisdom of the place. So I would rather interpret this not as a person, but I would say these two kings have this institution as a mediator in between them. This King of Swords is the type of person who can turn things into being through his words. Let me give you an example of a King of Swords. A sales manager or sales director, that's a King of Swords. Or maybe the dean of a university, or could be the head teacher of a school, or could be the head of the bar, or just someone who's really skilled with words. His words turn into action. He's giving orders which are respected. But this is not you. This is someone else, in my opinion. Could be you. Please let me know in comments if you are making magic with your words. If not, this is another person and looks sort of like a competitor to you. You being represented by the emperor. You want to build your empire here, and in between these two is the institution, or the high priest could be very well someone like the board of directors, for instance, like someone who represents power and wisdom at the same time. I don't know what this King of Swords is doing, but what you are asked to do to get to your pentacle is to take decisive action. Very strong. You need to show very strong leadership skills. You need to be able to ride two horses at the same time. Maybe you are developing your business. Maybe you are actually taking leadership over another department. Maybe you're starting a new line of clothing on top of the one that you already have, which could be perfumes, for instance, yeah? Maybe you started your business with a certain line of activity and now you need to expand it. And you have these two horses pulling, not necessarily in opposite direction or different, they are two different paths of action, and you need to be the one to manage both of them at the same time. And this way of doing things will not cut it. This sort of step after step, day after day, going through your to-do list will not cut it, will not give you this pentacle in the end. So you need to step up. The advice is you need to step up to put twice the intensity, twice the focus to get to your big pentacle here. That's your advice, Pisces. And if you do so, you will make the wheel turn in your favor. You'll get it all. Now, I have an additional question because the message is super clear. You receive a green light on a project, initiative, whatever it is. You receive the opening that you are hoping for. Might be a job opening, promotion opportunity, opportunity to move to another place, country, city, change houses. You need to gather all your strength and energy and forget about recollecting. I mean, don't forget completely, because if your cups are if your emotional cups are empty, you won't have the gasoline. This guy is not all just brain and energy. He needs all of himself present in order to be able to master this. So you need to do something about your cups, but cuddling with your pet, unless you do it daily and unless you love your pet that much, might not be enough. So do that. Forget about the past. Forget about people who didn't help you, because they are in the past. 10 of Wands, completion of a project or cycle of something. Yeah, completion. It's gone. It's done. Congratulations. By the way, congratulations. One by one, you managed to tick all those boxes on your to-do list. Forget about them. Focus on the future. Look at this pentacle, Pisces. One more card for you. I'm happy that this message came together so nicely. And I'll try to see if I can give it a different interpretation than a business-like one, but I don't know. So I would like to know what will help, not fix it, nothing to fix, it's something new here. What will help Pisces get to that state of mind and ability to run, lead, drive that chariot? Knight of Swords, not sure about that. What would help Pisces gather their energy? Oh, this one. Oh, look, oh my God, that's so beautiful. It's just beautiful, the Ten of Pentacles, I love it. In this reading, in which it's all about strong personalities and forces and work and pushing forward, here comes the Ten of Pentacles, who speaks about a happy family. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I don't know what he's doing here, I swear. Let's try to figure out. What is the Ten of Pentacles trying to... I don't like the Knight of Swords, mate. I'm going to leave it aside for now. Unless it proves useful, I'm going to ignore it. The Ten of Pentacles. Pisces, those of you that have a family, just gather with your family in September. Oh, okay. The Knight of Swords. I just liked when they do this. I wanted to put the Knight of Swords aside because I've interpreted this King of Swords as someone else. The Knight of Swords, I said it's from the same suit. But here came the Queen of Swords. So clearly this is an attitude you need to embrace. Okay, and I'll stop shuffling now. Pisces, if you have a supportive family, visit it, gather it around you. And you know what? Remember, I was just saying, the Four of Cups, that sad moment in which you kind of try to cuddle up on your couch would just not be enough to fill your emotional cup and give you the fuel to become this leader. Yes, and you need something stronger. Something stronger is this. If you have a family, that's where you fill your emotional cup. That's where you fill your emotional cup. If you have to forgive, I don't know why I said that, but if you have to forgive some people for not showing enough support in the previous months, forgive them now, because this pentacle is talking to these pentacles. Don't break the connection between these two. Maybe you have a rich family and you're trying to make it on your own here. Don't deny your heritage. Go and share the news with them. Talk to them about this new opportunity. Being with your family will definitely help. They will come with their wisdom, and you will feel that you have roots on which you can build. And I'm talking here about extended family. Cousins, uncles, aunts. Try to organize something, because you will not feel that you're fighting this fight alone anymore. You will feel that through the blood of your generation, of your family, generations of people in your family have basically passed those skills through the DNA up to you. And you embody the best of your family when you take on this new project. That's how you fill your emotional cup. What else you need to do? You need to focus and be very clear in your communication, in your planning. Very, very clear. Don't leave anything to chance. Cut through the fog, but do it with an air of calm and serenity. This queen is probably the most serene of them all. This hand, to me, it looks like she is channeling messages from the universe as she sits peacefully. Maybe she meditates, maybe she goes to yoga. Somehow she manages to align with heaven and earth. So she's like a column. By the way, stand straight. If you have a tendency to slouch, don't. Not in September. Because you need to be vertical. To get the guidance. Once you get it, write it down. Your advice are these two people, these two energies. Take decisive action towards this opportunity. Swords, 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 swords. September is not a month for being quiet for you, Pisces. Whether you're right talk on the phone, record videos, go deliver trainings, whatever it is. September, your mental wheels will be in motion, and they need to be in motion. So maybe this King of Swords is not a different person, but it is the way to act towards this institution. Could be a bank, could be whatever is related to this opportunity, yes? The legal system. So you probably need to communicate with it in order to get this. Let me see if there's any other message coming from these cards. This King of Swords still could be another person. However, if this is another person, you need to be the Queen of Swords. The difference between the King of Swords, let's forget the Knight for a moment. The difference between the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords is that she is much more peaceful. She is more centered. She is more organized within. He is an external manifestation of the mind. She is the one who does the planning, who has it all sorted inside, and then she manifests. So I would say this is sales, this is planning. If this guy talks too much, you'll counter it by staying more in your own head and only talking when the right time has come. Pisces, this is a long reading. I hope you don't mind. I hope these messages hit home for many of you. Definitely not a love reading. I guess you sorted that bit in the previous months. It's all about business, work, and opportunities, and money and finances. Please let me know what happened in August and what happens in September, what you're preparing, what you already know, because I like to have a confirmation or not, depending. I would like to see what are the cases for which this is applicable, the concrete situations, because I can only see the general. Now, about the free reading. Whoever wants a free reading with me should write the first comment. So basically, the free reading will go to the first comment. If you are the one who wrote the first comment to this video, then you'll send me an email at claritycure@gmail.com saying, "Yay! I was the first one who commented on this video. I'm getting the free reading. Yay!" Okay? This month, only Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. One Pisces, one Gemini, one Virgo will get a free reading from me because they have been the most supportive last month. So I decided to offer a gift for loyalty, for friendship, and to show that I really appreciate that you're here. Okay, Pisces. it was super nice to do this reading for you because it was so clear. Everything in this reading was so clear. If you want more guidance, ask for a private reading or ask for an advice session with me in which I don't use cards, I use my knowledge of people which I've developed through more than 15,000 hours of one-to-one advice, many books, and many problems that I've solved for myself. So actually you have two options of interacting and getting clarity. One is a reading and the other one is simply advice session. Bye Pisces, see you next month.